Hey everybody, this is Desperate on Gaming with episode 8, match number 3, with Burn here in Modern. Come on, there we go. So, a lot of you have been asking what particular version of Boros or Burn I would run at this point. I think I would stick to the Boros lists, with a slight screen splash for either Destructive Revelry or Cinder Vines. Cinder Vines has a little more utility, it does cost a little bit more mana to kill an enchantment or artifact, but most of those matchups are a little bit slower anyway, other than maybe Hardened Scales. Beyond that, we have 4 Lightning Helix in the main deck, no Skullcrack, 1 Grim Lavamancer, 19 lands. Sideboard, got 2 Pass, 2 Stirring Bloods, and 2 Bridges for creature-based decks. Bridge, don't personally own it in paper, but I do kind of like the card in theory. If you don't have Bridge, I would probably run either 2 more Skullcracks or 1 more Path to Exile, 1 more Skullcrack. 3 Rest in Peace for graveyard decks. This kind of varies between 3 to 4, depending on how much dredge and stuff we're seeing. Core Firewalker, usually in here specifically for the mirror match. Online, I usually wouldn't play Core Firewalker, but in paper, especially the local tournaments, I'd be playing Core Firewalker, and then Skullcrack for any type of life gain effects. So, on to match number 3. Deck is performed reasonably well over recent leagues for us. Earlier when we were messing with some of the rakdos builds, they weren't going quite as well. I think some of it is the buzz around Burn getting new cards is kind of wore off, so people weren't packing quite as many hate pieces for Burn in particular, and the format's kind of settled into Dredge and Phoenix being the de facto decks to beat. A lot of here online, we've been seeing a lot of Black Green X rock decks in leagues. We've seen, I think in the last 3 leagues I've played, I've seen, well, the As a Phoenix list I played, I saw 2 Jund decks. The Pox deck, we saw a Black-Green Rock deck, or Jund deck, one of the 2. Last Burn League we played against Rock, and then, I think that's been about it, but that's been a lot of Black-Green Rock for the deck's current quote-unquote place in the meta. So beyond that, I mean, we played Spirits and what was the first batch? Spirits and Tron so far, which Tron's usually a pretty good matchup for Burn, and Spirits is a closest matchup, but I think if Burn has the creature draws, I think Burn's slightly favored. So beyond that, I mean, the rough matchups for Burn at this point in the meta are, go ahead and pull up the meta thing while I'm waiting on. Of course, as soon as I click on something, we finally get a match. Be on the draw this game, which is unfortunate, but well, it's one of those hands that if it's a creature-based deck, this hand's great. If it's a spell-based deck, Searing Bloods, oh dear. Well, this could be rough times for ye old Burn deck here. Especially if this is Soul Sisters. Is in fact Soul Sisters. One of those matchups as a Burn player I don't see much, and quite frankly, I don't care to see much. Squadron Hawk. Sad part is, all this damage we're doing is going to be undone by, like, one copy of Martyr of Sands. We'll probably have 2 Squadron Hawks here. Ranger of Eos. So, 2 Martyrs? Yep. So we gotta kill them this turn. Alright, that was quite fortuitous. We're playing against like one of our worst matchups. Like I honestly think this might be worse than Ad Nauseam as far as matchups go. Searing Bloods, get these Skull Cracks in here. Could put in Snaring Bridge, but that really doesn't solve a lot of the problems. What other card? What cards are not good in the matchup? Let me put it that way. Let's see, Boros Charm matchup out. Try it like that. Our main priority is to keep our opponent's creatures under control. Lavamancer will go a little ways towards doing that. We're definitely keeping this hand. It's likely our opponent's just going to go Martyr's activation cost is 1, right? But yeah, game's pretty much going to end next turn. If they have a Martyr in hand, that is. Yep. They have another Martyr in hand? That's just... so silly. So I could put them to 31, but that's not low enough, so game's over. Soul Sisters, man. As soon as they know what they're mulliganing for, this matchup is brutal. Alright, resubmit in some way, somehow. Hope they either mulligan to oblivion or... Yeah, so we're going to be the ones mulliganing here. Definitely keeping this hand. It does need a land or two to operate. As much as we need that land, we do have to get moving on damage here. Goes quarter. Yep, really could have used that extra land, but Path to Exile is fine. Wow, no murder. So maybe we have a chance? Maybe? This does maybe disincentivize them a little bit from pathing our dude. Celestial Purge. Alright, so we nearly have Path and Ranger in hand. And we're getting close. So close, yet so far away. Sweet. You actually gonna beat Soul Sisters? we get there? Did we get there? Did we get there? Nope, he's going to path his own dudes. So close. Well, I mean, we had a chance. So close, yet one ghost quarter away. So, anyways, this has been That's for Listed on Game with episode 8. Match number 3, getting blown out by Path to Exile against Martyr of Sands, Martyr Proc. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Almost beat one of our worst matchups, but they just had the line. So, it's been That's for Listed on Gaming. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.